Hello, hello, hello. It is Regretsy, and today we are doing some Azorious Mill for our Janky Magic video. We are in Ravnica Legion Standard, and the centerpiece of this deck will be Psychic Corrosion. So every time we draw a card, the opponent puts top two in their graveyard. We have a ton of card draw for this plan. We have Chemister's Insight, which can come back from the graveyard with Jumpstart. We also have Revitalize, gain 3 life, draw a card. This is really key against our burn matchups. And we additionally have some Fountain of Renewals, so we continually gain life in the beginning since this is a late game deck. Additionally, we have Blink of an Eye. This is actually sneaky because this protects our Psychic Corrosions when they go to destroy it. Or we also have Teferi, which synergizes really well with Psychic Corrosion because his +1 is draw a card. And his ultimate is whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls, so that will help quite a bit. So if we manage to ultimate him and we have all a card draw in our hand, we can just basically clean up their board. Additionally, we have a ton of counters. We have Absorb, just some more life gain. We have 2 negates, and that is about it as far as counters. We have all this other card draw as well, Ops, Chart of Course. We have one of Enhanced Surveillance, and that is mainly so that we do not mill ourselves out. The mana base is a little bit clunky, and I believe there's only 21 lands, so we have 5 plains, 11 islands. We have 1 Glacial Fortress because I do not have a full playset, and 4 Meandering Rivers. And additionally, for most of our creature or other enchantment matchups, we have Cleansing Novas and Settle the Wreckage just to right the board. We are only doing the best of ones today. We'll be doing 3 games of best of 1. So in our sideboard, just for explaining the best of 3 matchups, we have Demystify, Destroy Target Enchantment. We have 2 Spell Pierces, 3 Disdainful Strokes, 2 Negates, just for control matchups. We have Pyromancer's Cage, since we don't really have a way to deal with Planeswalkers or some other permanents unless we just use Pyromancer's Cage, or we can negate them. Or we can also do something really clunky and use the -3 on Teferi and then mill whatever their Planeswalker was out, or use Blink of an Eye and then counter it on the second cast. And we also have some backup plans in our sideboard. We have 2 Murmuring Mystics and 1 Nazahal in case they have Gaia's Blessing. And that is the deck. Let's go ahead and get into the games, and I will see you there. Okay, let's go ahead into this game, and let's see what kind of hand we get. Okay. So, this definitely isn't going to work. Okay. We'll go ahead and keep this since we have some card filtering. I'll keep Fountain of Renewal since we don't have any other life gain in our hand. I'll just go ahead and play Fountain of Renewal. And to it. Well, we're gonna have to get to 4 mana for Settle the Wreckage pretty soon. Hopefully they don't have a super good aggro hand. Fountain of Renewal will help keep us alive a little bit. Okay, that's good. We got another land, so we can try to opt into the next one. Hopefully an untapped land. Let's see what they have next. I'm going to assume this is just black-white vampires. Yes, it is. Okay. The nice thing is they won't be able to flip this Legion's Landing by the time we have Settle, I believe. Okay, we don't want Chemister's Insight quite yet. Okay, Glacial Fortress, that's very good for us. Cleansing Nova is also really good. So let's just go ahead and chart a course here, since we don't have anything else going on in our hand. We could fake it and leave up a counter if we had one, but we do not. And in this situation, I don't want to get rid of the Settle, because that'll just like show them that we have another one, although they're probably going to play defensively on that point anyway. So I'm actually going to get rid of the Opt, which kind of sucks because we want the card draw, but I feel like we can't afford to get rid of anything else. we're definitely going to have to leave up Settle here. The biggest problem with that, though, is that they're going to be able to flip their Legion's landing. And we do not have any Field of Ruins or anything in main board. So it might be best to actually add in Field of Ruin now that I'm thinking about it. Just for all of those ability lands. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead and settle them. And then next turn we can just play Psychic Corrosion. The biggest problem though is that they were actually mana screwed, so they're going to get a lot of mana out of that, but if we use Cleansing Nova on them, they would just pay for the Danto to stay. Oh, this is pretty good. So we'll just go ahead and Psychic Corrosion answer it for Azcanta since they don't have any pressure on the board. It's possible they have like a Hieromancer's Cage or Johnny's Pride Mate. We're gonna have to deal with that. It's a little bit scary. But they're pretty low on cards, so I think that we're actually still in a really good position. Do I want another one? I'm actually gonna graveyard it. Do I want to Cleansing Nova now, or do I just want to take the damage? I can either take the damage or I can settle again. But if I settle again, then they get a whole bunch of more land to create the life gain tokens. Okay, so how much damage is coming at me? 8? Okay, they're not going to go for it. Alright, that's fine. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to settle here, and that's definitely going in the graveyard. Or not settle, we're needing Cleansing Nova. Clear the board. Alright. If he wants to go ahead and create those tokens, that's fine with me. So yeah, let's go ahead and Nova. That was pretty good. Now Azcanta is going to flip next turn, which is really good for us. Do I have an opt? Yeah, I'll actually keep that. Just to mill them out some more. Ooh, yes. Keeping that for sure. It's possible that they have like a Vraska's Contempt or something in hand, so let's see what happens here.
I am not going to let this. Hurry!
They went their Ixalan's Binding, that's pretty good for us. So we're going to have two options here. We can either potentially use Azcanta to do something, or we can use Chemister's Insight.
Want me to phase you out of time?
Let's go ahead and Chemister's Insight. See what else we can get. Another Teferi, not bad. Play the Fountain of Renewal. And we have Blink and Vi for some protection, and let's see.
We need to move quickly.
Another Blink of an Eye. Okay. They are down to 24 cards. Let's see what kind of follow-up they have. Okay, so let's go ahead and Azcanta. Could take another Psychic Corrosion and mill them out faster. We have a Settle the Wreckage, so I don't think we really need the Cleansing Nova, so I think that's the plan. Let's Chemister's Insight and get rid of one of the Blink of the Eyes. We don't need both. A Negate is also really good protection for us as well. I feel like Fountain of Renewal is a really powerful card if you get them down early and they can't really do anything. Once you start board wiping and you have Fountain of Renewals in the field, you just get all your life back. Okay, let's get the second Psychic Corrosion down. So now we're going to be milling 4 cards every time we draw one. Okay, they're gonna make another token. So we'll get him down to 1. I don't really care too much because we're pretty much set up to win the following turn. And he scoops it up. That one was a pretty good performance. Alright, heading into this game. So we have a lot of cards with white mana that we don't have, and a Psychic Corrosion, and no card draw. So I don't think that this is a good hand to keep. Okay. Do I risk this? I really don't want to go down to 5. And it's really painful that we have a tap land on turn 1 too, but we do get to scry. I'm gonna keep it. Okay, Teferi definitely to the bottom. Okay, looks like this might end up being Drake's. I'm gonna go ahead and opt here just to try to get the other land. Alright, it's a little painful too. We can get down on Azcanta next turn, and that should help quite a bit. Aramander. Do I want to chart a course to get the other land? No. I honestly think that I should get down Azcanta just so that they can't counter it next turn, but I have a feeling that they're just going to get down to Drake, and then we're not going to have enough mana to cast this Cleansing Nova. And it's possible they'll just counter the Cleansing Nova as well. Let's see, do they have the Enigma? They do. Okay, it's not terrible yet. Just get down and Fountain of Renewal, and we'll go ahead and chart a course. Okay, those are the lands we need, so that's good. But will it be fast enough? And will they not have a counter? Those are the 2 variables we're looking for. Okay, so they're going to grow the Enigma Drake and make it cheaper for the Pteramander to adapt. have another opt. Okay, we can't even block here. I mean, we can safely graveyard that because we can just cast it later, so I might as well do that. Okay, and we'll Chemister's insert on our next end step. Okay, opting again. I've already cast 3 ops. What I'm hoping for is that they overextend and play another Drake here. Ooh, okay. That's actually really good for us. Although, they probably do have more Drakes in their hand, so we're going to have to find more answers, but that's not bad. And they're only getting in with 1, because they're afraid of the Settle. And we got the second Cleansing Nova, so that's really good. I'll keep it. Could use the life gain. Okay. Kill the Pteramander and the Drake. Let's see what their follow-up is. It's probably going to be a Crackling Drake or something. Possibly Niv Mizzet even. Another Pteramander. Another Enigma. We will keep that for sure. They can't Spell Pierce that. I've seen quite a few of these Drake decks running Spell Pierce in the main, so we'll see what happens. Okay. It's whatever. It's fine as well. So they only have 3 cards in hand. Can they kill us this turn? They could if they adapt the Pteramander and then have a counter. Revitalize might save us, depending on how many other things they have. Do I want to settle just the Drake? It honestly... Okay, I am not going to. I'll let it go. Okay, that was a good decision. As long as they don't have a counter in their hand. And this is probably going to look like Desperation to them, so maybe we can get a counter on one of our card draw spells? Probably not. Probably too smart for that. Okay. That is fine with me. I'll graveyard that. And transform. Let's go ahead and Cleansing Nova. Do they have the counter? They do not. Another Crackle. I would really like to find some counters. The other problem with this deck is that milling a Drake deck is usually a bad idea. Okay, we'll keep another Settle the Wreckage. Okay, that's really good. So we have an Absorb and 2 Settles. If they find a Niv-Mizzet though, it's going to be pretty bad for us, because if they just decide to try to burn us out and not attack, could potentially lead to our demise. I will have to settle this. Do they have a counter? If they do, it's fine. I can just counter it back. Oh, yep, the Spell Pierce doesn't do anything, and he scoops it up. So we didn't get to mill them out that game, but we did control the shit out of them. Alright, we are heading into our third and final game of our life gain mill control deck. Okay, so we have 2 blue mana, but no white mana for these things, but we do have a Chart of Course. This might be a risky keep, but I think I'm going to do it. At least we're on the play, so we can find our stuff faster. This is probably going to end badly. I'll go ahead and Chart a Course now. Discard the Chemister's Insights so we can recast it anyway. Steamkin. We are going to have to ramp quickly. So we will Fountain of Renewal. And should we Chart a Course again? I think I'll wait and Revitalize. That was probably actually a misplay, because I wasn't thinking about not hitting our land drop, and we really needed to, so I probably should have Chart a Course there. Yeah, that's fine. So that's a lot of damage coming at us, but they're going to be running out of cards very soon. Huh. It's gonna sound weird, but I actually don't think we need 2 Cleansing Novas. Probably should keep them. I don't think that Teferi is gonna help us, because we don't really want to go along with this, and I really do not like that tapped land. Okay, this is fine. So as long as they can't kill us this turn, we should be relatively okay, maybe? They're probably going to kill us this turn. Yeah, they just had all the burn in their hand. Well, that's unfortunate. That's usually how control decks do against burn. We did not have a very good hand to start with, and we did not have the Fountain of Renewal, so it's kind of how it goes. This week, we didn't do too badly with our Azorious mill deck. In the first game, we fought a white-black vampire-style deck and successfully milled them out. We were able to wipe the board multiple times. They couldn't remove our Teferi or our mill piece. In the second game, we fought the new Is It Drake spell with the Pteramander, and once again, we had a ton of board wipes, and they were not able to deal with them. We never got down one of our mill pieces, but that is probably for the best against Drakes. In the third game, we fought the universally hated mono red aggro. Hypothetically, this deck should be designed to potentially win the matchup. In fact, it may be overcorrected, but we started with a risky hand and we did not have almost any of our life gain pieces, so we fell short and got run over. This deck is basically just a mill deck and a control shell, so you can probably swap out Psychic Corrosion for a different finisher such as Nezahal, and it would just be Azorious control at that point. I hope to see you all next Sunday, and I hope you enjoyed the video.